What's up, traders? Welcome to live streaming from Forex Trading Wizard Academy. This is Forex Wizard, your trading coach, who will be doing a live trading session, live analysis, and live discussion that we do every trading day. And Happy New Year to everyone who is watching this live streaming. And I sincerely believe that every one of you spend an incredible holiday. And now we are back in business, new year, new hope. And I strongly believe that this year is a year of financial freedom. Everyone in this academy, either you are subscriber or not subscriber, I will try to give the maximum value, the highest possible opportunity for all of you are spending time here. I'm fully dedicated, everything available in this academy. So with that hope, we are starting this 2023. This is the first live streaming of this year. It's an incredible time for me to be in front of all of you guys and girls, and definitely we'll have something starting from this, and every day is a new hope. So I only want all of you guys just to give a big thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel so that you stay with us to gain the financial freedom, to live the life that you are dreaming for and that you deserve. So with that said, today's session, let's begin with see what's happening. We know that there is a little bit of low volatility in the market due to the holiday season, but that's completely fine. We will still have the market is moving, and we'll definitely have some clear direction in the market. And as soon as you will find trading opportunity, as you know that you have seen, there is always we open trade even in this live session. So anytime you can request your pair to analyze, there is a live chat always available to interact with me. I'm always here, try to respond as many as many chat as I can. So let's look at, first of all, the hottest one, gold. Now gold is, as you know, that it's moving in a sideways. Basically the price not moving much is because, as I mentioned, that the market, due to the market closure in different region. So but we can expect some movement later, as tomorrow is opening everything, and there will be after normally a closure, there is a big volumes comes in the market. And at the same time, you know that this week is NFP, so definitely this is an incredible week for all of us. Is a festive season for trader. So let's quickly look at the calendar first to see in fact how the market is forming, and then we'll jump onto the chart to see how the price is moving. So if we look at the calendar on Forex Factory, what we see that today is 2nd, that means that after half an hour it will be 3rd of January. And 4th, the news is coming on CHF pair CPI. So CHF could be a little bit of volatile. And the same day, like later, which is, you know, next day on Sydney, it's early in the morning, USD. Okay, so basically all those are highly volatile news. And finally on Friday night, which is showing as a Saturday, it's because after 12:30 a.m. CAD and USD with together with is NFP. So basically this week is quite important because this week will basically determine the change of trend, if there is any. So with keeping it in this this schedule in the front, let's find out how the market will be forming this week. So if we look at the weekly, now the price action on gold, normally when I don't find clear direction on the lower time frame, I quickly jump onto the higher time frame where you can see clear direction. Now if we look at weekly, this is gold price on the weekly perspective. Now the previous weekly candle on gold, this is a bullish candle. Okay, this is a bullish candle, and if we look at this support on the weekly perspective, we see that quite a few weeks opening and closing in that zone. Okay, now this kind of zone is very important. The reason is you see that one weekly close dodgy, weekly close dodgy. So basically, if you closely look at the previous close on the gold, you see that there is a gap opening. You can see there is a gap opening. It's like, you know, that it's like a foundation. Okay, so you create a foundation and then the candle just, you know, erected on that foundation, so which is pretty very strong. And if you closely look at, there is a very little, almost no wick at the bottom, giving us a huge probability for bullish move. Now then, where you could see that this price, in fact, you know, that creating another impulse. Now the real thing is that no one can tell you exactly where it will, you know, reverse, but we will see on the lower time frame when it will reverse. And that is the goal of, as a trader, is to wait for the price to give you an indication and then jump on a trade. Now with that, the trend is clearly up on gold, and definitely will not be looking for any shorting opportunity unless we see a very different market structure. If we look at the monthly, we see that the same way. On the monthly perspective, the previous month's closed is in fact a strong bullish candle, followed by this month's. Now the price is currently coming back down, and it is possible for this price to have a little bit of bigger move on the monthly perspective for a deeper retracement. So if that's the case, let's find out the Fibonacci level for this move. If we, you know, if you are to see a very drastic move, then could be this level. Okay, now looking at weekly. Okay, so on the weekly perspective, we see that it's a series of higher low with this bullish candle, and then the price has, so this is the monthly Fibonacci level, which may come, may not come, even it may come later. But for the time being, if we look at the weekly, what I think that this price might come around, let's say, half week, and then we could see again the price is pushing high. So if we look at daily, from the daily perspective, gold, you can see that this is the local channel. Gold was moving along this channel. Okay, this is the support. Okay, now daily price action is really interesting. You can see from this support, every time the price is creating a very strong wickless candle. You see there is a one bullish engulfer here, there's one here, there's one here. So trend is up, the price action is bullish. That means that it is likely to be bullish. Now what we could see that the price has broken out of this resistance zone on the daily, and there is one probability on the daily perspective is to test this level and then to go bullish, or even before coming to this level. So with that intraday time frame, what we see that this price action is you can't predict anything here. There's no volume in it. Okay, so then what will be the best place for gold to enter a position? For me, I'll be really happy to buy gold when the price will come back here. Okay, basically we'll break this local structure and then to give us potential bullish price action, and then we can consider going long based on along this zone based on the price action. So basically for the time being, we could see that gold is coming down to this zone and then giving us a bullish setup. We'll keep observing to see how the price action is doing. So the final direction for gold with us is still bullish. Okay guys, so let me know in the chat what you guys are up to. Very good evening. Thank you, Frexlaw. Very good evening. Mila, good morning, Nizam. Happy, healthy, and prosperous 2023. Thank you, Mila. Also, same to you, all of you guys. Happy, prosperous, healthy 2023. Yes, what we say is what we create. When we expect happiness, it comes. This is how we create. Keep in mind that we most of the time individual experience is more prominent than anything else. So once you what I can say that affirm to be prosperous, to be happy, to grow, you will grow, okay, regardless of the economy or any other conditions. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Thank you. Hi from Germany. Will gold retrace before breaking up? Thanks. Yeah, that's what we are discussing. Jabir, I think that gold will retrace deeper down before breaking up. So nice to see you, sir. Thank you. SK Shohal, so nice to see you too. How are you? I'm good, thank you. Aussie yen, yeah, we'll look at it. Come. Happy New Year, coach. Thank you. Royal, Happy New Year, coach. I want to appreciate you for scalping video that you dropped last week. Middle level 5 minutes scalping. I love you. God bless you. Thank you very much. Yeah, there will be a lot of content every day almost coming up. There's a lot to give you guys from me. Sometimes I become overwhelmed that which one I should present to you. There is a lot things here. The thing is that the communication, sometimes I need to think more of that sometimes I understand something in very clearly, but to communicate to you is sometimes I need to think a lot, because I know that because the language is easier for me, but for you, maybe some of you beginner, some of you advanced, some of you intermediate. So I need to make the language in a way that you guys can easily understand, and everything will come over and over again. Just stick to the channel, subscribe, and press that bell button so that you don't miss out any of this. So today I had purchased your course. Now I became a lifetime student. Forex, thank you very much. You are welcome to Forex Trading Wizard Academy, one of the best trading educations you will ever find, and there is always evolving, adding new features, new content coming up every time. So you made the best decision that I can say to become an independent trader, and this is what the commitment of Forex Trading Wizard Academy. A very happy and prosperous new year from Kenya. Thank you very much. Please coach Nadgas and US oil. Yeah, we'll look at it. Gbpusd course, happy new year. Thank you. So will you send signal? It depends on the market condition. Yeah, we trade definitely. Happy new year to everyone, especially coach. Thank you. Happy new year to everyone, also all of you. Happy new year, coach. Thank you, sir. Please tell us about Elliott wave, if it is significant. Yeah, we'll talk about it. On Aussie dollar. Yep. Thank you. Okay, so let's look at now some of the pairs that you guys are expecting. Let's look at GBP USD. Now if I look at monthly on GBP USD, okay, now GBP USD has formed a monthly doji or a pin bar. Now this is basically long-term bearish market. Now after this kind of pin bar on the monthly, okay, there is two probability now for us is to consider that this is a pin bar, the price to drop, and the probability this is a doji, the price to rise up, which one is likely to happen. Now anything can happen. It could be a bearish candle, and then the price could continue to drop. So then how we'll be approaching? See, long-term price movement, no one can guarantee, but for the short term we can understand. Like for example, if the price break this doji's low and then create a kind of reversal here, all right, that could be an amazing opportunity for buying. Okay, that's how the real trader trades. Instead of insisting in one direction, wait for the price to go to an important area of value and then observe to see how the buyers or sellers are doing. It's like, see, once you understand it, it will be much easier for you guys. Keep in mind, see, never insist about the direction in a market. Let me give you like a clear example so you understand. See, with this analogy, it will be very easier for you to understand. Let's say two situation. Okay, now let's say you are a detective. Okay, you are a detective, and you know the detectives normally deduct and use the deduction and reasoning to find out in fact what happened in the current situation. So let's say there is a theft here. Okay, something stolen. Now if you're a detective, you can't predict or you can't guess, right? You can't say that X, Y or Z has stolen this. So what you're gonna do, you just come to the site and observe everything, deduct, use your deduction and reasoning. It's called a deductive reasoning. Sherlock Holmes, if you study Sherlock Holmes, then you'll understand it. Looking at the clues, subtle clues, and then put that piece into a puzzle and find out what is the actually situation. And it's still you are not in conclusion. Okay, this is a true, you know, deduction. Or so the same thing applicable in trading. Let's say when you see that price like that, if you are very insisting about the price will drop, then subconsciously you will start to only think of selling in this market. You will fear to buy. Instead, remain completely neutral, for example, and then find the very important area where the price give you the clue. For example, if I tell you that this is the monthly candle, let me draw that level and then I will tell you exactly what clue I will be looking when I will decide either to buy or sell. So this, let me draw this level. Now you see that how many levels I have drawn on the monthly. This is the low of the doji, this is the opening and closing of the doji, and also there is one will be at the middle of this bottom wick of the doji. This is the liquidity zone, this is the half wick of the doji, and this is the high of the doji. Now let's jump on to lower time frame. You see that this is where you need to make a decision based on the current price action. So let's assume that, for example, you're just observing, suddenly you saw the price has broken this level, has come back here. So this is the monthly support zone, has broken here, created an overextended market, and suddenly has created a strong bullish candle like that. Okay, that is where the price will be buying. Okay, so this is where we will be using our, they call it deductive reasoning, that okay, there is a monthly doji, the price has broken this monthly low of this doji, price now overextended. Okay, and because it's a bull market, the price is highly likely to go up, and that is where we will be buying. And that's how normally the real traders trade. Instead of going to a conclusion, remain in probability and then find out the highest probability trade setup. Okay guys, so hopefully that you're enjoying. So looking at with that perspective, now Gbpusd, you can see it is now moving purely in a sideway. Okay, so then looking at daily to see picture. Now from the daily perspective, price action on the daily is still bullish. You can see every day creating series of higher low. So far, starting from here, almost every day the price is creating series of higher low. If we look at weekly time frame, we see that there is, in fact, let's delete these lines. So there is a narrow doji on the weekly time frame. Okay, and we see a trend line has been created on the weekly time frame, and from that trend line, I think that the price will create a bullish move. So once the price will be here on the lower time frame, testing this support from that zone, we can expect Gbpusd to go bullish. So you can see it is maintaining this support zone, and what we need Gbpusd to come back to this level of support and then to give us potential bullish setup. So far for me is still bullish Gbpusd. Okay, so in case the price has broken the support, then we can think of something else based on the new market structure. Sir, thank you. You can go to the website Prem to see all the information that you are seeking. Sir, how to join Usdjpy Academy? Ahmed Mithe. Yes, Ahmed, you can find a link in the description of this video. Once you go to the website using that link, click join now button, and then you'll see everything. So visit the website, link in the description area, or there is a link at the top, website link. Let me give you that one on the chat. So the website, so this is the website address that you can see. You can visit the website and you can find all the information there. Thank you very much for your prayer. I also pray for all of you so that you guys and girls can stay well and happy. Thank you. Happy New Year, coach. May this, thank you. Yeah, absolutely I appreciate. I think so we'll make a great year, 2023, memorable year. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you very much. Kakulan, Aussie, yeah, silver place. Yeah, absolutely. Happy New Year. Thank you. Happy New Year, coach. Gbpusd, please look at it. Please, coach. Nat gas and US oil coffees. Okay, so let's look at US oil, nat gas, and Gbpusd, and then we'll jump onto something else. So US oil market, you can see that the market is still not open here due to, as I mentioned, that some areas there is a holiday going on. So let's look at now what is now US oil. Probably you have seen my weekly forex forecast that this market, to me, it's bullish. Okay, if I look at higher time frame, first of all, monthly, this is the monthly candle which just has closed. Now this monthly candle is a pure doji. Okay, after this kind of doji, what I think that US oil is likely to do, if you closely look at on US oil, what you see that there is a smooth trend line dynamic, and this monthly candle in fact has broken this trend line, created an overextended market, and then closed above exactly. It has closed where it has started. So that's a pure doji on US oil on the monthly. Now once the new market open, what I think that initially as it is already going up, okay, it was on the journey to the upside, it will go up further, and it could be that US oil might even reach that zone. Okay, so the price action is still bullish, highly likely it will break the monthly high, and then we might see that US oil even moving up. So if we look at weekly perspective, we see there is a narrow doji with a gap opening on the weekly on US oil. Okay, so with that gap opening, we can see that US oil highly likely respecting this gap level may continue to rise. So if you look at daily, we see that on the daily perspective there is in fact a bullish engulfer, and there is a crossover of 20 and 10 EMA, and according to our TF or trend following strategy, we see an incredible buy signal in that zone. That means that it is likely to go up. So we see that this daily candle and local trend is up. Let me delete that one. You can see that basically this price action from here, daily impulse correction, now it is in another impulsive phase. So what we could see on US oil, what I think that finally it might even test this resistance level somewhere here. It will break this high. Okay, highly likely. Nothing is guaranteed in trading. If you trading for some time, you know that anything can happen, but it's a analysis and prediction, and highly likely that the price will continue to rise. There is another probability is you see that this impulse on the daily, you see there is no retracement in it when it was dropping US oil, but when it is going up, it is creating a healthy trending market structure. These are the things that, as I told you, that like you need to look at the market not like a plain trader, but like a detective, like a Sherlock Holmes, that where you can find the reason to make things happen. So what do you see? That you see this fall on US oil is a drastic fall. There's no retracement, but when it is going up, it is in fact trending. So why it is important, important to be like that, is because when you see a market rising or falling without retracement, it's unhealthy movement. At any point you can see a reverse, but when you see a market is moving in a healthy way, that means an impulse correction, that means that there is a high probability that this market will go, in fact, a lot. So with that in mind, that as this is trending and there is a neckline of this reversal here, let me look. Okay. So I think that US oil may reach this zone again. Okay, and then from here we could see that again coming back down. So even it could be in a range bound, not impossible to see that US oil, let's say, along this support resistance and that ranging in this area like that. Okay, it could do it. And this one, the one that I have drawn, is very important. As you can see, there is an head and shoulder here also. The price is broken down now. Highly likely the price will go ahead and test this level. So from the daily perspective and higher time frame perspective, US oil is highly bullish. So looking at natural gas, this market is bearish, as you have seen in all the analysis that I made in the past. This is what exactly expected. If I look at first of all monthly on XNG or natural gas, what we see that monthly candle is closed, which is in fact significantly bearish candle. Okay, there's a long bearish candle on the monthly. Now this is a very strong drop. Okay, bearish engulfer on the monthly perspective. Now this is the nearest level of support on natural gas, and if we look at weekly time frame, we see that in fact the price was respecting this support, created this move against support, created this move. So every time the price approaching this support here, okay, and then has come back to the support. See, this is a real thing that you need to really, let me look at the daily and then I'll tell you exactly what I'm talking about. You see this support on the daily. This is an impulse from this support, has come back to the same level, created another impulse, has come back to the same level, created an impulse, and then finally has broken. Now even when the price was here or the price was here, you can know that this support will be broken. It's not only in natural gas, in anything you can understand it. Now why? The reason is when you see a support, okay, or demand zone is being approached with a series of lower high, okay, this is where in fact the possibility the support will be broken. Now I mentioned in yesterday, I think previous days live session, that how this works is because when you see a support and let's say the price is doing something like that, which is here, done the same thing. Why? Because you know that the reason this happen is when you see an impulse from the support and then has come back to the level again, when the next time is going up, it's a sign that the bulls are not strong enough to push the price high, and every time it is getting lower and lower means that sellers finally taking full control of this market, and as a result we could see a support breakout. So this is the sign of breakout, and then this is what happened. You see support has been broken with this bearish engulfer, okay, followed by little correction, and we see the price is creating series of lower high and lower low. Now on the natural gas, what is the next point to enter trade? What I would say that this is the next point, because as I told you, the market always will move in a trend. So we see that in fact there is an impulse correction, so swing, you know, that another impulse, now a correction. So next correction we can expect this swing low, this support, to be tested as a resistance and then to drop. So if we look at intraday time frame, we see this line is where we are expecting XNG USD to go ahead and test this, and that is a high probability area for potential selling opportunity on natural gas. So for the overall picture is bearish, but we need to see the price is testing this support, turning resistance, so that we know that we are trading with the trend. It's important that trading with the trend is very, very important. And in a trading with the trend, always good idea to look for the selling opportunity from the the previous support turning resistance. This is where the high probability trade setup. So let's look at euro dollar. Looking at weekly first of all. Now from the weekly perspective, euro dollar is bullish. Let's look at monthly and weekly both, because there is a monthly and weekly close, and when there is a monthly and weekly close together, in fact that's a very high probability trading opportunity. The reason is when monthly, weekly and daily close together, there's a lot of change happen in the market, sentiment changes, a lot of things. So euro USD, the price action is still bullish. Okay, if you look at from here, there is a smooth trend line from the monthly perspective, and then we have seen there is a doji followed by a bullish engulfer followed by another monthly bullish candle. Now this month, as soon as we have seen the market open here after little retracement, now trying to the prices is still there, not much movement, but what I think that the price highly likely will break this resistance here. Okay, this is the resistance, also accompanied by a 20 period moving average on euro dollar, so which is almost more than 100 pip move, I think. Yeah, right. Yeah, so let's look at now weekly. Now from the weekly point of view, we see that euro dollar also strongly bullish. Every week the price was creating series of higher low. Okay, now what we see that this is a bullish candle that has a long wick at the top, a narrow body at the bottom, and then every week the price was creating series of higher low. The last one on the the one that has closed is, if you closely look at, it is a bullish candle, very strong bullish candle, though it is a smaller. But why it is a bullish candle is because the wicks are not that much longer, so the whole period the price was the volume is high. So this week, once the market open, what we see that after little retracement, the price now trying to the buyers now again trying to create a long wick at the bottom. If we look at daily, from the daily point of view on euro dollar, there is an inverted head and shoulder. Now with that inverted head and shoulder, what we see that euro dollar, this is the neckline, previous resistance, which is turning support, and what I think that euro dollar is likely to continue to rise. So if we look at intraday, this is the 4 hour, this current candle is closing after 48 minutes, but I think that we might not see a rise from here. I think euro dollar we might see either sideways, because there is not much enough volume in it, so we might see on a sideways, or we might see a little drop further to this level, and then we might see that euro dollar is going bullish. So basically euro USD is still bullish. We will be waiting for a bullish setup. Now as soon as I will find this entry, if during this live streaming, definitely I will be trading even in this live streaming. But as you know that in many times the live session ended and we find trading opportunity, in that case I will be sending the same trade alert to the students who are trading with us in our Forex Trading Wizard Academy. If you want to also be part of the academy, there is a link in the description. Also, there is a link at the top of the chat. You can visit the website, join us to learn our strategies and also trade with us. Be part of a great community where you can see that this trend following strategy is translated into a Pine script available for all the lifetime members in our Forex Trading Wizard Academy. Will give you a clear idea of how the market is moving according to our strategy, and also you will be part of a great trading community where you will be able to have the opportunity to interact with each other. Environment is very important, as you know that, so for being a trader. So with that in mind, so euro dollar we will be looking to have bullish move. Okay, so gold please. Yeah, absolutely. Well, please coach, does net gas and US dollar has a correlation, negative or positive? Okay, we'll look at it. Mohana, happy new year coach, please US30. Mohana, thank you, happy new year. Mohana, thank you very much. Okay, so net gas, the relationship. Okay, let me look at it and then we'll jump onto US30. Okay, so to understand it very easily, you see that, guys, see the relationship that you need to understand from here. You see this symbol here, the watermark on the chart. Look at this one here. X and G, the first part, the second part is USD. Very simple. So what is the relationship? Look, you see, the same way as gold. Look at gold, how gold is defined. So it is showing as gold, but it's how X AU USD, right? So basically this is gold versus US dollar, right? Now how does it relate? Now when dollar getting stronger, gold drops, right? The reason is when, let's say, when gold is weaker, gold is going up. When dollar is weaker, gold is going up. The reason is this right side part, that USD is getting weaker, means that this one is getting stronger. Very simple correlationship. So if you know these things, then every instrument, even you don't know, you can find the correlation. So the same thing reflect on natural gas, right? But you see there is a USD part here. Look at this one here. So because it's an USD, now if USD getting weaker, then X and G might get stronger. So that's how you can relate with USD. I think that way. Now if you have any different opinion, definitely I'm open to listen. Let me know in the chat. So looking at US30, US30. Okay, US30 market still not open, as you know that. Let's look at what's gonna happen tomorrow. Monthly, this is the candle closed on the monthly time frame. Right guys, so what do you see that US30, this is the monthly candle, which is basically, we see that exactly 38.2% Fibonacci level from the monthly perspective on US30 has been retraced, and then we see that the price now creating a long wick here. Okay, now what is likely to happen? I think that firstly you see that the market will open here, right? I think firstly we might see a drop, okay, and even without creating a lower low, keeping a higher low, you might see an uprise. So this is the monthly situation. If we look at weekly, now weekly perspective, the price action is interesting. As you can see, this is the weekly doji, and the price didn't break this resistance here. What I think that the price might test the resistance here and then will drop and then will rise. Like this could be the whip on US30. If we look at daily, now this is where there is a short-term trading opportunity based on how the market opens. If you closely look at on US30 on the daily, you see there is a doji on the daily perspective, and every day creating series of lower high, right? What I think that in the new trading week, the price might go up little bit, and then we see highly likely we'll see a drop on this one short-term lower time frame. So with that in mind, on the 4 hour, what we will be waiting for the price to go ahead and test this resistance and then to give us shorting opportunity. So this could be the situation with US30. As you can see, if you closely look at the resistance, slowly creating series of lower high, and also in the support, it is almost, you know, that equal high or little bit of higher low. Okay, so basically what it highly likely that it will do is, firstly it will break this resistance, grab liquidity, and then will drop. Let me draw this dynamic resistance here, and this is the support. Okay, so highly likely the price will first break this resistance, will go to this level, test this weekly trend line, and from here we could see a drop on US30. Okay guys, so hopefully that you're enjoying. Give a big thumbs up guys. I'm gonna pause for 2 seconds so that you guys have time to like and subscribe. Just be giving a press, you know, pressing the button. You're inviting all the content in your homepage to enrich you as a trader. Everything you can find here very unique and will really help you to become an independent, professional, profitable trader. So say USD please, GBP CAD please, coach please answer me. Okay, let's look at GBP CAD. If I look at monthly, GBP CAD is bullish guys. What we see so far, price action is still bullish. If I look at this monthly impulse on GBP CAD, from here we see first of all there is a very strong impulse, a pin bar, followed by every month the price was creating series of higher low. Okay, now this is the last previous month's candle close, which has a significantly smaller body, longer wick. This is also a bullish candle. The reason is it is bullish, you can see this body. So this basically this month what happened is the price created this impulse and then corrected. Now it will go for another impulse. Okay, so now we see the price has little bit of, you know, a retracement, which is very healthy. It needs first to come back down, and then we can expect the price to go up. And if in case it breaks this support completely, then from this level we can expect bullish move. Now looking at weekly, so from the weekly perspective on GBP CAD, there is a narrow doji is formed on the weekly. and the price is still didn't break the weekly high. So what I'm expecting on GBP to have a little bit of further drop, okay, and then we could see a bullish move. So looking at daily, now daily price action on GBP CAD, you can see it is also bullish. If you closely look at every day, creating series of higher low, which is a sign of highly bullish market. Okay, if we draw this trend line, and we see the price was creating series of higher low along this line. If we look at intraday time frame, we see that in fact GBP CAD respecting this support zone, creating bouncing off this level, and I think that that it will continue to rise in this direction. Yeah, of course, Mr. Sof. Yeah, sure, you can do that. Hello coach, happy new year. I'm newbie in forex trading. I just want to know who are the banker in forex trading, banker or broker, I mean who pays and earns our trading profit respectively. Okay, very good question from Cheesy Jin. So basically I understand Cheesy Jin is asking a question that who is in fact making this profit or loss respectively. Okay, let me clarify that question. It's a very good question. Who is in fact making this profit or loss, right? How many of you can answer this question? First I want to know your response, guys, and then I will come back to it. Let me know, because you know that when you are trading you need to know in fact who is on the other side. So probably many of you will come with a different opinion, so let us know in the chat this answer of this question. So basically Cheesy Jin, it's a username, probably was asking a question that who is in fact earning this money, what probably you're losing, or where this money is going, or who is loser, who is gainer, how does this market works. He's wondering this question. Very good, curious question. Let me know in the chat, guys, what's your opinion about it, and then I'll discuss in detail. So in the meantime, let me look at GBPJPY. So GBPJPY, let's look at. So looking at first of all monthly perspective on GBPJPY, there is once the market open, we see that the price, even without retracement with a weekly candle, is melting. So monthly time frame on GBPJPY is highly bearish. We see first of all narrow doji, followed by this closed candle on the monthly is in fact highly bearish. It's a full body red. That means that this one we could see again breaking this monthly support on GJ. If we look at weekly, we see that there is in fact a huge liquidity gap here, long pin bar followed by a gap opening, very long bearish engulfer, followed by we see a narrow doji. Now this week, once the market opened, what we have seen that the price even didn't retrace anything to the upside. It's just dropping. Okay, so if we look at daily time frame, what we see that GJ on the daily perspective, there is a strong impulsive move correction. Now it is in another impulsive move. Okay, but I think that this price will continue to drop as the price action is showing in the same way. So if we look at intraday perspective, there is in fact bearish engulfer followed by every time the price was creating series of lower high and lower low. So basically GBP/JPY, the price action is extremely bearish. If we find any slower retracement along this zone, we can expect going short on GBP/JPY. Camila says, your broker, very good answer. Buyer and seller, very good answer. I thought broker only serves as a middleman. They only earns on our trading spread. Yeah, absolutely, very good. So dollar yen, yeah. I think the broker you are trading with. Okay, let's clarify that question. Okay, look, I think that the party is not important. See, the fact that you need to understand is that, see, who is making money or who is losing money is not, you know, that much important. Because look, let's say, let me clarify to you. Let's say you have an iPhone. Okay, this is your iPhone. Now you want to sell this iPhone, right? You want to sell this iPhone. Now if you want to sell this iPhone, then what you're gonna do, you'll go to the market, for example, marketplace. Now once you go to the marketplace, you are a seller, right? Now to sell this iPhone, you need a buyer. There's no doubt about it. That's how the transaction happens. You definitely need a buyer, otherwise you can't sell your iPhone. Now the buyer is anyone can be, and everyone needs a phone. Everyone need to, you know, do the trading or do the business. So the main thing is that when you are selling, you need a buyer, and the buyer is taking that phone from you and giving you in exchange money. Now if you say that, okay, if someone is losing money, who is making that money? Is also a trader making that money. That's simple. Now then you might say, then why we all losing money? Not all losing money. I'm a profitable trader. There was a time when I lost money. So it depends on how smart, how your tools are stronger, how stronger you are in trading, how patient you are. Okay, now the thing happen is that more trader lose money than those gain. Why? The reason is, see, those who has a bigger investment, they have a, you know, better knowledge than those who has a smaller investment. So then what happened is that, for example, let's say two party, one buyer, okay, one seller, right? Now there is a buyer here waiting with, let's say, 100k. Okay, he wanna buy iPhone, right? 100k his investment. Now seller, like retail trader, they have iPhone. Now to neutralize this 100k investment, maybe 10 seller needs to go with an iPhone to him to take all those money out of giving him back the iPhone. So the same thing, we are retail trader. Let's say we are investing 50,000, 100,000, or maybe 5,000, $2,000, or maybe $200 account. So on the other side, let's say a bank is it's investing, or hedge fund, or maybe big investors. So they have millions, billions of dollars. So to trade with them, you need the strategy same. Their users, it's not that they have a holy grail. See, if there is something like that, people had a lot of money, they would buy all of them and nothing would work. In fact, they don't have they even sometimes use the simplest strategy possible. But the only thing is that when they win, because their investment is bigger, and that is why to balance that investment, the more retail trader needed. See, to clarify that point is, let's say one guy having $10 million. Okay, now a retail trader, let's say to accumulate $10 million, maybe we need 1,000 retail trader. Okay, now if this one man lose this $1 million, a $10 million, and he's shouting all day long, no one is listening to him, right? But if 1,000 retail trade, let's say he took a trade against 1,000 people, and then 1,000, all of them lose money because he's gaining that money. Now when 1,000 people shout, it become like a big march and become a riot, or maybe it turns into a big, big, what I can say, big voice that 1,000 people are losing money, everyone is losing money. But in fact, it's just a transaction. So this is how these things work, because retail trader have a smaller account size and without education, just taking a trade randomly and losing money. So that is why I always tell you guys that the more important part is not making money, but focusing on your education. See, if you wanna do a simple job, let's say as a baker in a bakery, if anyone want to do a job, it needs a certificate or a diploma that needs at least 1 year or even 6 months or 3 years of education. Simple job. And then you need apprentice, and then you need a job with a very low pay, and you need another 2-3 years of experience to find a decent amount of money to live and pay the bills, right? So if you compare that thing with trading, we don't have a room to be impatient. Just stick to the game, learn, and I'm sure that you will be a great trader. It is said that if you hang out long enough in a barber shop, you will be, you'll cut your hair anyway. So stick to the game. Definitely you'll become a profitable trader. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. My question, coach, where is the difference goes? Profit loss for the day trader. So the difference doesn't go anywhere. See, when you place a buy order, someone else on the other side placing a sell order. It's the way it is. Okay, it's the way it is. Now the market price balanced by itself. Okay, let's say for example in this level there's suddenly a lot of buyer, okay, less seller. The price will automatically go up to balance that imbalance in buyers and sellers. So the price fluctuates to always to create an equilibrium. like the universe always in an equilibrium. Similarly, the price always stay in an equilibrium by balancing the activities between buyers and sellers. So there is nothing what I can say. It's very simple. The only thing is, as an individual, we need to be very, very self-conscious and patient, educated, and then you can make money and you can earn a living from trading. So dollar yen in 2022 level, should you wait for the level to break? So let me look at dollar yen. Okay, so dollar yen is bearish. Looking at monthly first of all. Now on this monthly candle close, we see the dollar yen, as soon as the market open, there's zero effort from the buyer. There's no wick at the bottom top, meaning that we could see further drop. Now I think the dollar yen, even we don't need to wait for many levels to be broken. After retracement, we can enter a trade. These are the levels that I will be looking for dollar yen for potential bounce, but I think that the price will continue to drop in this direction. If we look at weekly perspective, we see that on the weekly time frame as well, dollar yen highly bearish. Okay guys, so this is the dollar yen weekly chart. There is a bearish candle, middleman, followed by previous week a clean bearish candle. Now you can see that the price basically on the lower time frame has broken out of this level, and as a result, this is the weekly candle. As you can see, there's no wick at the top, and this is highly bearish. Now if we look at daily, very, very impressively bearish price action. If we look at our trend following strategy indicator, we see that there is a perfect bearish sell signal exactly here where you need it, and from that sell signal we see a retracement to the 20 EMA level, and from here we can see that now dollar yen is coming back down. So this is basically our TF or trend following strategy translated into a Pine script available for TradingView and MetaTrader 4 user. Anyone in our Forex Trading Wizard Academy lifetime member have access to this tool. So this is basically all the rules of our strategy translated into a formula to become easier for the traders to scan the signals rather than looking for all the time the rules to be satisfied or no. If you want to have that to access, you can join us. There is a link in the description area. You can join lifetime access plan. Go to the website, visit the website. There is a discount going on. Best time for 2023 to make your year. All the link in the description. So let's jump on to now on the intraday perspective on dollar yen. Now 4 hour time frame, you remember that this is where the doji was forming last week. We were doing that in the live, and this is what exactly mentioned, and the price did. There has been a massive drop. Okay, now what I would say that you can see this structure, this is a bearish price action. Okay, now today the price is a little bit of low volatility, but as you know that as New York session progresses, we might see some movement. But I would say that I need along the zone at least one false breakout like this one here. Okay, This one is a huge false breakout, strong bearish candle followed by a doji, very strong movement. Now what I need, one candle to create overextension and then to close back below, and then I'll be jump on a trade. So basically yen pairs currently in a very good position for selling. As soon as we will find entry, we'll jump on a trade. Vivaya, I just want to say positive. You are a very kind person and a very good trader. I feel like I have learned a lot from you, and I think there is still. Thank you, Vivaya. You are amazing. Thanks for your appreciation. I try to give from my heart as much as I can. Thank you for that. Hello, sir. Can you share your opinion about GBP USD? Absolutely. Ivra, thanks. I agree. You must be a very generous and kind teacher that loves to teach and reach. Thank you very much. I appreciate your appreciation, and that's the fulfillment comes when when you guys and girls love me. That is what I need. Thank you very much. Should you wait for the confirmation candle? Which one? Well, the as per the trend, dollar yen is bearish. Yeah, dollar yen is bearish to me. Okay, which is still bearish. So which indicator do you use, Engi? So Engi, I normally use basically all the time. You see these two indicators. One is 20 exponential moving average, the other one is 10 exponential moving average, and the third one that you see sometime I open that, which is our TF or trend following strategy indicator. So it's basically our custom made our strategy indicator that basically when you have a strategy, for example, you need to look for where the strategy is satisfying the rules to enter a trade, but we that formulated all these rules in a Python script so that we can have, you see, the signals directly given on the chart. But at the same time, I do not recommend to use that indicator without learning the strategy properly. It's very important. So once you learn the strategy, know the rules, then you can use the indicator to help you find quick trade in the market. Looking at USD SGD, how many of you trade USD SGD? Let me know in the chat. I want to know, see, in fact, you trade it or no. It's a good pair. Sometimes very predictable than any other pairs. Looking at monthly, we see that USD SGD, there is a back-to-back 3 months bearish candle. But I would say that USD SGD, there is still probability to drop, and after back-to-back 3 months drop, we could see, you see that there is no significant level of support to stop this price, and we even could see that this price has come back to this level of support. Looking at weekly, quite a few, there is a strong impulse, correction, impulse. So every week the price is creating series of lower high and lower low. Looking at daily, what we see that on the daily perspective, there is an impulsive move to the upside. This is in fact a liquidity grab, and then we have seen an impulse correction. So every day the price was creating series of lower high and lower low. Now this is the daily candle, which is, you can see that it has already created a lower high, and also on the daily there is a reversal, like there is a pattern here which is highly bearish. On the intraday perspective, USD/SGD is following this trend line. That is a nice zone for potential bearish setup. So what I will be waiting, if I see the price is testing this resistance, then we can expect USD/SGD to continue to drop. So along this zone, as soon as we will find suitable entry, we'll consider going short with a high probability setup in this zone. Hello, could we take Euro GBP please? Yeah, look at it, thank you, no problems. Is there a buy? Okay, we'll look at, I think, which country you are. PK5, we are in, I'm in Sydney, Australia. So can you please review Nifty 50? Okay, before I review Nifty 50, can you how many of you trade Nifty 50? Let me know in the chat, guys. Okay, no problems. So let's look at Euro GBP. Looking at Euro GBP, first of all, we look at monthly. Now, Euro GBP monthly candle, it is a very strong, huge bullish engulfer. Okay. What we see that from this monthly support level, okay, back to back, quite a few months support was broken on the monthly and then created this a long bullish engulfer on the monthly on Euro GBP. Now this month, once the market open, what we see that primarily so far little bit of bullish move. What I think that Euro GBP may continue to go up, or you could see retreat back. There is two probability. Now weekly time frame, you see this is the weekly price action. Okay, now it could happen that you see this price action weekly chart, if you close it is forming like that. It could be a spike down for liquidity grab. There is one probability to happen like that. Now daily perspective, so this is where very important thing is that, see, for me to go long on Euro GBP or go short, what I will be really happy, because the way it is forming now, this is the daily chart, it is not a good idea at all to buy or sell from here. This market, you see that there is, it is in an uptrend, but the, you know, that the strength is very weaker. Look at the bull candles, they are very narrow. Okay, we could see that Euro GBP has a break, what I think that, and then grabbing liquidity along this zone and then going up. So if we keep all this in mind on the intraday, Euro GBP is moving along this 20 EMA. You see, this is what I was talking about. If you closely look at, you will understand what I mean. Let's say this, see that the price was moving along this trend line, you see, smooth trend line. Okay, and suddenly what happened? The price has broken out of this trend line completely and then this is where the bullish candle. Okay, this is where the buy signal. You can see that now what the price did is, in fact, so we have seen once liquidity gap here. What I will be, you know, more than happy for the price to come back down again, going back to daily again. So this is what I will be really happy for Euro GBP to open buy position, but for the time being just observing. okay, because firstly it has already gone up well above, and at the same time this trend looks tired. Okay, either we could see reversal or we could see a break and then rise up. Okay, so to be specific, for trading Euro GBP, I need this local structure to be broken down and then to create a new stock, again impulse, and then we'll be going long when it will gain enough momentum, grab liquidity. Okay, I do, sir. Indicator here, then issue here. Thank you, Ayo. Welcome. What time frame would you advise a beginner to trade, sir? Okay, very good question. For the beginner, what I would say that the best time frame is daily or 4 hour. Okay, I'll not recommend to go down 4 hour. If you are beginning, daily is best, or 4 hour. I know that the 4 hour is better, because on the daily, sometime if you are having a full-time job and very busy, a daily is fine. Sometimes it takes a bit longer time for hitting the take profit. So 4 hour is reasonably better time frame. You will have a lot of trade and also reliable. Okay, the reason is a 4 hour candle in fact has a lot of volume in it. It covers entire day sometime. Okay, so this is very important. So 4 hour is the best for the new if you are beginning as a trader. Okay guys, so yeah, at the same time, guys and girls, if you are looking for a regulated broker, you can find a link in the description area for EverTrade. You can join them using the link. You can use the code Usdjpy for 40% welcome bonus. If you are in an eligible country, you can have that. So use that code Usdjpy when you are opening the account, so that you can claim that bonus. I've never traded Nifty 50. Okay, market open but volume is still low. Yeah, no problems. Bullish. Which trusted broker you suggest us? So the broker that I suggest is EverTrade. They are regulated and also offering 40% bonus for. So I put a link on the chat. You can use that link to open an account so that you can have that bonus. Use the code Usdjpy. So let me look at now. So can you review Nifty, please? No problems. Thank you very much. I'm always here. Absolutely, I'm always here. Thank you. Good morning, coach, and happy new year. Thank you. Hello. What about cryptocurrency? We'll look at BTC USD next. Happy new year, sir. Happy new year. Thank you. Which, okay, today spreads are very high and low volume. Yeah, yep. So just, yeah, that's why we are still not opening any trade. It's looking very strong. Yeah. Okay, let's look at some of you requested Nifty. Okay, now Nifty, if we look at monthly, this is the monthly close, right? Now the monthly close on Nifty, this is a very strong red candle. What I think that this month's Nifty might be bullish. Okay, if we look at weekly, the reason is, you might say, why am I bullish? If you closely look at, you see this is an impulse on the monthly correction, impulse correction. Now it is in another impulsive phase, right? If you look at weekly, nice looking bullish impulse correction. Now it is in another impulse. So very simply bullish. If you look at daily, so basically on the daily perspective, the price grab liquidity from here has broken out. So it is primarily on the daily, it was moving along this channel, okay, has broken down, grab liquidity. Now it is another impulsive phase. So basically on the daily as well, it is bullish. If we look at intraday, yeah, so it has started a new trend. You can see there's a drop, and now it is trending exactly the same way that we have seen in, I think, in US oil. Same way. Look at this US oil. If we look at daily on US oil, you can see a massive drop, and then the price is trending. Okay, so that means that it will go up like that. When the price trend is very important. The same thing applicable to Nifty. You see that a strong drop on Nifty. It is 4 hour is much more reliable, like clearly seen. A drop, gap opening, grab liquidity. Now it is trending. Okay, so it is bullish. What is timeline for forex trading? What do you mean by timeline? Can you clarify, frankly? Okay, so the time frame that we talk about for the beginner, guys, I told you that monthly, 4 hour and daily is best time frame to trade. But at the same time, what I recommend you to take a demo account and then jump onto 1 minute chart and then watch 1 minute chart as long as you can. Keep in mind, guys, that looking at 1 minute chart will really help you to see how the, let me show you what I mean by this. Let's jump onto 1 minute chart here. Okay, you see that? So when you look at 1 minute chart, you see the clear movement in the market. So what will happen is that you see during this lifetime of this candle how the price is in fact behaving in a certain level. How does that do? For example, you see that price primarily has a drastic drop, has gone up again, has come back again, has gone up again, and then come. So how normally the price do the retest on certain level? You know, that will really will help you, because the pattern that you see, this structure is same in all time frame. You know? So you can relate this information with the higher time frame. But I don't recommend you to open any trade on 1 minute chart. I know that sometimes it become little bit of, what I can say, difficult to control, but that is why you may start with a demo account and then do it in the demo account so that you can easily understand how the market moves. Okay, guys, so looking at DXY, guys, to see in fact which way we'll be looking at all the USD pairs. Now DXY, what I think that DXY is highly bearish. If we look at weekly, also bearish. If we look at daily, also highly bearish. So daily perspective on DXY, there is a reversal pattern has broken down. What do you think? That the price will test this previous support, turning resistance, and then to continue to drop. So DXY also highly bearish. Okay, so as soon as market open, we can expect like tomorrow, because DXY today, you know, the very, so with the drop of DXY, basically all the USD pairs will be bullish or bearish based on which way the dollar is. Let's say Aussie dollar, Euro dollar is highly likely to be bullish. Gbpusd, GBP little bit of weaker, and USD CAD is the bearish. stay on night. Here is night. So market opening time, very good question. Okay, Franklin, Forex market open 24 hours. Okay, 24 hours, 5 days. So basically once it opens, it continuously runs, but normally the most amount of volume comes in London and New York session, and there are some good trades come in Sydney session as well. So you can for the timing, if you are completely new, there is an app called Forex Hours, which is free. You can find in App Store. So you can download that app, where you can find the market opening time for London session, New York session, and yeah, so that's how you can understand the market opening time. And also, if you're completely new, you can Google to see from your time zone when the London session opening, when the New York session opening, and make a sense on the timing. Initially when I started, it was really confusing for me. I know sometimes I feel like I'm trading, what time is this, what's happening, like that. So that's why it is important that you do some research on it and clear idea of which way the when the market is opening. So let's look at Aussie yen. Like all the yen pairs, Aussie yen also bearish now. Okay, looking at monthly. So this is the monthly candle close on Aussie yen. It has left a long wick at the bottom, and we see as soon as market open drop, means that I strongly believe that Aussie yen will break this monthly low, and highly likely it will at least come back in the first move. So looking at weekly, there is a doji on the Aussie yen on the weekly. Then this doji quite significant, because if you compare this bearish engulfer on the weekly with this doji, basically both are bearish. This weekly doji tested this very long-term neckline of this Aussie yen, this previous support, which is turning resistance here. Okay, this is the support, turning resistance, and we have seen a strong rejection on the weekly, giving us potential for bigger drop. If we look at daily on Aussie yen, this is a typical downtrend, strong drop, correction. Now it is in another down, dropping phase. Now according to our TF strategy, we see quite a few selling opportunity along this zone. So that means that the way it has formed the price action, Aussie yen is highly likely that will continue to drop. Okay, so if we look at intraday time frame, we see that Aussie yen completed nice looking head and shoulder here. Okay, has broken down from this head and shoulder. Now the price creating a smaller candle. Now once we see this kind of price action creating smaller candle series of lower high, you will see that normally it goes a lot. Sometime you will see that it will keep doing it and keep dropping until you see a big massive drop happen. Okay, so basically Aussie yen is all time frame bearish to me. Mokobi, which software are you using for trade? Okay, so basically I trade in many instruments. I use MetaTrader, I use CTrader, I use, depending on what account I'm in trading, depending on what tools I'm using. Okay, any one of you use CTrader? Let me know in the chat, or interested on CTrader. I just want to know what is your interest, or have you ever used CTrader? Can you let me know in the chat? I use both MetaTrader 4 and CTrader, because as you know that CTrader also very effective in some rich tool in it as well. So depending on what account I'm in trading. So looking at GBPJPY, this candle has closed, as you can see, very strongly bearish. Okay, today there isn't much volume, but we see that the price action is highly bearish. Okay, so NZD/USD. So NZD/USD monthly, which is still bullish, as you can see, there is a doji on the monthly. As soon as market open after little retracement, now we see some movement on the weekly. So weekly perspective on NZD/USD, which is highly bullish. Now if you can see that basically NZD/USD created this very big impulse on the weekly, has broken all this level, created a triangular pattern. We can expect another impulse. Looking at daily, we see that there's a daily doji. Now the price is melting down. From this zone we can expect another bullish move like the GBPUSD and AUDUSD. So lower time frame price action, but I would say that NZD/USD, we could see that the price is respecting this level. Okay, and from this level, so what I will be more than happy to open a buy position if I see has broken down, created a long wick candle, and then started to create a bullish price action. Will be a very good place for going long on NZD/USD. Yeah, thank you very much. Amazing. Thank you. Very good. Amazing. Okay guys, so yeah, I sincerely believe that you are enjoying this session. Guys, give a big thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. It was good to have, really good to have some time with you. Tomorrow I'll be releasing some new content, educational content, analysis, and the market will come back to the normal phase from tomorrow as everything is opening. And today is a bit lower, low volatility, but it's good that we had a clear idea of which way the market will be heading. So tomorrow, as soon as market open, like market already open, but some closed market also will open tomorrow, including oil. I'll be on it to give the best trading alert and that everything to the students. So if you want to trade with us in this amazing time as NFP coming, as you know that NFP is always a very good time for us. So if you can join the link, join us using the link in the description area. So with that said, guys, I'm gonna end this session as there isn't much volume. We had a good time and we understood the market. The next thing is, I know that some of you are in still it's in New Year holiday. Spend a good time, and tomorrow we'll be in this live session at the same time, and definitely we'll open if there is anything, no problem at all. Okay, so with that in mind, thank you very much for joining this live session. I'll see you tomorrow at the same time. Until then, stay happy and happy new year to again everyone if I miss anyone, and thank you. Talk soon.